to another AMA and Chill. I'm your host. Thanks for joining me. Same time, same place every week. We like to get together and do what we call AMA and Chill with the Our Planet family. Get you caught up to date on the news for the week from Wax and the general ecosystem, as well as any news from our planet, as well as hang out, kick it with my people, and do some NFT giveaways. What up, everybody? I see Toddsworth, I see Dragon, I see Maxie. What up, guys? Thanks for joining us. We have a great show for you today. We are bringing on Petro from the Cardinal Land Collection. DogoTogoNFTs. Cool stuff these guys are doing. I can't wait to check it out. Let's jump right into this.
Hi, guys.
And we're live. Petro, welcome. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi again.
Doing good. Thanks for making the time to join us. I know it was we didn't give you a ton of notice, and I know it's probably getting late for you there in Ukraine. Petro is joining us from Lviv, Ukraine, same beautiful city that most of our wonderful team of We Can is based out of. I love Lviv myself. I was able to go about a year ago this time of the year, last year. So welcome and thank you for joining us. Before we jump into it, I saw this cool video and I wanted to share it with everybody in case anybody who's joining us doesn't know. Cardinal Land is like a cool app, and you can cut in if I get any of this wrong, but this app originally was sort of a game on the iTunes store.
Yeah, it was originally a game.
That's cool. Let's take a look at this cool little promo video you guys put out, and then I want to jump right into. Oops, I lost you when I did that. Let me see if I can bring you back here. Oh, here you go. Sorry, wrong screen. That was my fault. Here we go. Let's check out the Cardinal Land trailer. Thought this was pretty well done. This is kind of cool. Kind of shows like this whole sort of original artwork, and it's like puzzles, right? Feel free to narrate this or tell us anything cool that you can think of. But I love this music and I love this artwork as well. And I can't wait to get into the details of this. Yeah, that's really well done, and some people might not even know that this artwork actually came from a game originally. So tell us, Petro, what part in Cardinal Land in this game and this artwork have you been a part of?
Yeah, this game was released about 6 years ago.
Oh wow!
And it was created by our indie game studio that my friend Petro, the artist, and I. We found this indie game studio about 10 years ago, and we were working on our indie games. Like, it was mostly part-time, and this game was probably one that was released and it was featured by Apple. And last year it received a prize in Japan. Actually, this information is in our website about NFT collection.
Oh, cool!
And the last year, one of our friends told us, "Hey guys, this is like there is new movement with NFT. Would you like to build some NFT cards based on your game?" Actually, and we have already prepared some artwork with animals. And so we quickly released the first series of NFT collection, Cardinal Land, based on the artwork from this game.
That's awesome. I've always liked the artwork. It's very particular, you know. It's simple, but it's got a very distinctive style. And I didn't even know that this had been like basically an award-winning game, that you guys had already had some accolades from Apple about this artwork. So that's actually really cool. It's cool to see.
Thanks.
And so yeah, of course, as you're saying, the NFT movement sort of blossomed, and you guys were in a perfect position to sort of jump into the space, since you already have this cool app and you already have all this artwork, which is of course digital art already. So it sort of lended itself perfectly to become an NFT collection. So I'm glad to see your collection be on wax, of course, and of course we're doing a series featuring all of the Our Planet ambassadors, and so of course Cardinal Land is of course an Our Planet ambassador. So thank you for working with us and helping to spread the word about Our Planet.
Yeah, and thank you for the possibility to be part of this community.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. So let's jump into this project a little bit. So tell us a little bit about, if you want, like, you know, I know you said this game has been around for quite a long time, or the original app anyway. So go into a little bit of you know, the idea behind this artwork. I see obviously there, you know, you base the animals from sort of which region they're from. So that's cool. You can talk a little bit about that. And also I saw that you guys are also planning on making another game, maybe possibly incorporating the NFTs. So yeah, anything you can tell us about the NFTs and the artwork, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and this game we started work on this game in 2015 probably.
Oh wow.
Or maybe in 2014, but we released it in 2016. And the idea of this game is like tanagram game, how you could see in this video. Like you from these pieces, you have to combine the shape of the animal, and that's why animals are designed in these simplified shapes. Like this is called to the Japanese origami style.
Yeah, right, exactly. It looks like it could be folded out of a piece of paper, right?
Actually, each animal is hand drawn by our artist, Mikhail Timoshenko. Actually, this artist, he made many famous games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of his game, the Contre-Jour, it was Game of the Year of iPad by Apple.
Oh wow, right. So that's what I was talking about. These like actually acclaimed
2011
games. That's amazing.
Yeah, and actually in our city we had many studios specialized on games, and that's why we had many artists who can build games, and Mikhail was one of them, and was art creator for many famous games.
Awesome. How do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that name again?
His name Mikhail Timoshenko.
Is he also from Ukraine?
He used to live in our city as well, but now he moved to another country.
I see. Now is that since last year with the evasion and everything, or did he move previous?
He moved previous.
Right. Yeah. So and not to switch too much away from the topic, but I think a lot of people would probably be interested to hear about you know, because like you said, you're in Lviv. Obviously, our team is in Lviv. I know you guys have had to go through, you know, I know you're obviously on the western side of Ukraine, but it's still not without, you know, you guys obviously are still deeply affected by everything that's going on. How can you tell us a little bit about what the situation is now? Does it feel a little bit more safe? Are you able to still get work done? Are you having problems with power still? Are you, how is life in Ukraine these days? Seeing as it's still obviously occupied by another occupying force.
Actually, because our city is like the one of the most vast city in our country, like the most far city from the
Right.
from Russia. That's why the city like it's much safe to be here compared to other cities. But at the beginning of the war, we had like many missiles attack, cruise missile attack, and because now Russia doesn't have so many this long range missiles as they have at the beginning of the war. That's why we have less missiles attack in these days. And actually, I was the victim because my apartment is pretty high, and from my window I can see like this side of my city pretty clear. And I was 2 times the victim. Like I saw how this cruise missile was flying about the city.
That's crazy, man. It's absolutely
it
unreal.
was pretty scary. Yeah, it was pretty scary in the first months, and now because they don't have left so many missiles, the attacks are less than it was before. But some of our city, like actually, they try to hit like just some industrial objects, like for example, like
it was like a
railway stations.
It was like a refinery. It was like something to do with gas refining or something.
Oil refinery in our city. But like probably a few weeks ago, they hit the city center of Vinnytsia. Like there was like peaceful city, like just mother with children was walking in the city center. Many like children, like just peaceful, people was in the city center, and then in the day, just hit in the center with a few missiles, like just in the end. Many people die. Like you can imagine this. Like when you're walking in the day, you're walking in the city center, everything seems okay. But now, like a missile come to the middle of the humans.
That's unreal, man. Yeah, it's impossible to even imagine. And
so you can. It may seem like everything is okay, but you know this some supersonic missiles, you just can't even blink with your eyes when it comes, and it's end.
Yeah, and you know that's exactly why I wanted to bring it up, because you know it's like, you know, first of all, obviously it's hard to trust anything that we see in the news, and obviously hearing it right from your boots on the ground, so to speak, like you can give us the most direct, real assessment of what's going on, and so that's obviously what I trust. And so yeah, I think a lot of people. Yeah, it's been a long time now, so it gets tired in the news cycle, and then all anybody's hearing about it is you know what the government is saying and how much money and weapons or something. But in the real world, there's still real people's lives at stake, and just like you're saying, there's still literally attacks where actual people are getting blown up, and it's just like it's so sad. And so anyway, I mean, of course, you know, the reason why I wanted to bring it up was to keep the awareness, you know, to keep it in people's minds that, you know, this is still going on. There's still people's lives that are in danger. People still have to be living in fear, which is terrible. So yeah, we all support you. Everyone in the Our Planet community and everybody who's watching right now, obviously, supports Ukraine and supports the cause. And obviously, we all wish that this would be over, you know, yesterday if possible. But yeah, we know it's still happening, and yeah, it's terrible. But I'm very happy to hear that at least it seems to be hopefully winding down, and at least that you feel safe in Lviv. Because yeah, it was heart wrenching for us to be thinking about our team there being right in the middle of all of that, and having to live in fear like that it's just terrible. So we're with you. God's with you. We hope this ends soon, and thanks for giving us that update too, because it helps for people to hear from people who are actually there what's happening. And it's so hard to know these days what media sources you can trust and whatever, you know. So thank you for that update. So yeah, let's jump back into this project, and sorry for that total diversion of topic there, but I thought it was interesting, and of course I think people like to hear updates of what's actually happening in Ukraine. So yeah, that was cool to hear that you're this original artist who's like an acclaimed game creator who's been recognized as actually winning awards for these games, worked with you to create this art and to create this cool game, Cardinal. I see on the Cardinal website too that there's I of course only poked around this, but it looked like is there like multiple games under this same I see Project 2, Project 3. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the other games that you guys were involved in creating?
This another games are not released yet. Was
oh really?
Because we experimented with different games, different mechanics, but because we were working mostly part time of those games, and we didn't have like enough time just to finish another game.
Sure. Now, is it possible that any of these games you'll go back to finishing them, and possibly even we could see these games being released as some sort of game on wax, maybe?
Probably not in the near future. But I hope, because I like these games. I would love to finish them and release those games.
Sure. Yeah, they look cool. They caught my attention, and so I wanted to ask you about them. I had it kind of on my list of questions. This one with this alien survival mode, and this other one looks pretty cool too, with this sort of map that you're obviously like making your way through the map. They all seem like they would lend themselves well to some sort of simple game that could be launched as an app. That would be kind of cool to have as a sort of NFT play to earn game. But of course, yes, your NFT collection. So back to this. I remember when your Series 1 first dropped. This was of course right when it was very our planet was very popular at the time. It was very important. All of the Aether value was very like valued, and so which projects were listed was very valuable. So I remember when Cardinal Land first came out. Of course, it was went along with the hype of our planet, of course. But I see now you of course have a second series out as well. So yeah, we were looking at these variants here a moment ago. Of course, there's everything from a common to mythic, and these mythics of course have this kind of cool sort of animation with them, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I kind of interrupted you before, but we were talking a little bit about you were talking about the artist and some of the other games, but why don't you continue telling us about sort of what your plans are for the future as far as creating this game upcoming. I see on your roadmap that hopefully eventually there's going to be a community exclusive game announced, and also this Dinorex land. If you could tell us about that too, some of the upcoming things from your roadmap.
Yeah, actually, in the time when we released this first NFT collection, we were working on our second mobile game, and this game has the same name, Dinorex Land. It's like the similar mechanic game, but with dinosaurs.
Cool.
Because everyone liked dinosaurs, and
right.
we had the idea just release the same style game, but with dinosaurs. And when you play this game, you learn about the dinosaurs. You learn when they live, learn what they eat, how big they was, like. And actually, the idea of the original Cardinal Land, you play a puzzle game, and after you solve the puzzle, some interesting facts about animals appear. Like,
I see.
Because each animal has some interesting features, and you can we call this play and learn. You just solve puzzle, you have some new facts. Solve puzzle, you have new facts about these animals. And actually, the same idea. We try to move to the next dinosaurs game, and you play a game and you learn about dinosaurs. And we have some artwork already prepared for the dinosaurs, and we after this third series of Cardinal Land, we want to release the collection about dinosaurs. And after that, we want to move to combine all together all these cards and build some NFT-based game community. Actually, this game also will be some sort of puzzle games when you can compete with each other. It's better to solve some puzzles.
I see. Cool. So it's kind of like, are you is there some sort of combination like crafting that you're doing?
Sorry, you asking about the game?
Yeah, like does it involve then sort of are you trying to describe, is it like a crafting sort of element? Like when you do the puzzles, is there then afterwards like where you're putting them together somehow? Is that what I'm understanding, or am I? Yes?
Yeah.
I see.
One of the idea of this game will be like some sort of puzzle, and you can compete with each other who is better in solving puzzles.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. That's cool. Awesome. So yeah, Dinorex Land. That's next. Yeah, that of course it makes perfect sense, right? You move from animals and of course dinosaurs.
Yeah, but now we delayed the release because because of the bear market. We had to wait for the better time for the release.
Yeah, well, it's a good time to build. You could be, of course, and I'm sure you guys are busy all the time, but as they say, bear markets are for building, right? So it's like, you have lots of time to dial in your game, and sort of you could be lining up, multiple releases, and then of course when the market does come back, you can time your drops to be at better times of the market, when the market is more healthy, and you will see more support and more people taking part in your sales and drops and stuff. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. So yeah, cool. Let's see, what can you tell us about your upcoming? So basically, I had on my list next was about this community. It was Dinorex Land, and then a community exclusive game. So I guess that's kind of what you're talking about as far as.
It's not only Dinorex. It'll be like Dinorex and Cardinal Land, like cards from all collections.
Oh, cool. So when you say your community exclusive game, that's the game that that you'll be sort of releasing with the actual Cardinal Land.
And Dinorex, yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I will definitely be looking forward to playing the game. Now that I know that there's, of course, I think a lot of people too, within the wax community, it's like, there's collections that are just art, and I think too, I think even a lot of people, I think some people didn't know that your that artwork actually came from an original app. So and of course, I think once you're releasing a game that will actually incorporate your NFTs, I think you'll find that there'll be a lot of people excited about taking part. I know I'll of course want to try it out. I think people of course like to play games, as we've seen. The NFT collections that have a game associated with them definitely seem to do better than NFT collections that are just based on artwork. The artwork is really cool, of course. But yeah, so of course, as we showed, you guys do of course have some. Your NFTs are of course stakeable, and there is a Series 2 that is available right now if anybody wants to support this artwork, and of course they are still stakeable. So, and also you guys have of course a pretty active community. You guys have a Discord and stuff over there. So if anybody's interested, you guys can of course join the Cardinal Land Discord. So does anybody have any questions before we kind of move on for Petro? Checking the chat just to see if anybody has any comments here. Phenomenon on Our Planet is talking about they Germany sent some rockets to you guys. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot of support coming from Germany, which is good to see.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, we thanks to all countries who support Ukraine. Every support is very important in this time.
And Edward saying, he never knew that.
Everything.
Edward saying that he never knew that Cardinal Land was a game. That's exactly why we do this, Edward. We're trying to educate the people on these projects, and not everybody can keep track of everything. There's so many projects, so it's actually been cool to get to meet and to dig a little bit deeper into all these all these projects that are our Planet ambassadors. So yeah, just going through these questions quick. Yeah, so we have a good group of cast that join us every week. Handful of guys that I see, on some of the same names that are try to always make sure they're here. Sometimes there'll be some new names popping up, but in general, we have a good community of people that are sort of always supporting and showing up for the AMAs. And so, of course, we always like to say thanks to our loyal supporters and hopefully educate people on some of these projects that are listed on our planet. So Petro, we kind of buzzed through your project kind of quick. We're still not even quite. We're just coming up on a half hour. I know I said I'd try to keep you only for a half hour because I know it's getting late there. But is there anything else you want to just chat about? You want to tell anybody about anything else you guys are working on? Anything about your game studio? Anything about yourself? Or could you tell us maybe a little bit about how your journey into crypto and how you've what your thoughts are on the NFT community and the whole NFT scene in general? Obviously, you already have a background in creating games, and how your transition has been from just creating art to being able to actually create NFT sets and sort of monetize it that way. And just give us your thoughts on that.
Yeah, sure. So this DogoTogo, this originally was an indie game studio. It was founded by my friend, the artist Petro, and I. It was founded about 10 years ago. We started with experimented in part-time, like after our main job, we part-time experimented with some new mechanics, new games, and this Cardinal game that was released. It was probably another game was not released because they were not finished, and because in some step of the game development we realized that need some mechanics change, because the game design is experimenting. You like experiment yeah, until you find some interesting mechanics. Sometimes you think, oh, this is a great idea, but when you implement this idea, it may be not so great how it sounds.
Yeah, exactly. Creating games isn't easy.
Sorry?
I said yes. Creating games out of the blue isn't easy. There's a lot of thought that has to go into it, and a lot of mechanics.
Yeah, totally. It's just experiments, and testing. Yeah, and we released this Cardinal game. It was like featured by Apple, and then it was received some this prize in Japan. And then we worked on this next game about dinosaurs, as I thought. And this was the spring last year. One of Mikhai's friend, told us, "Hey guys, would you like to look at the NFT, because it's going to be something huge." Like mobile games is not like in the boom right now. So we freeze our development of this game and just quickly began working on this NFT collection. And actually, this was new for me. I was like completely new NFT. I even didn't hear what NFT is.
Right.
The first time it was like mind blowing for me. What is NFT? Why people paying money for JPEGs? This is like the
right.
first thought for most people. And I started investigating more, learning more about NFT, how it works, why it's valuable to people, and more I was involved and understand the value of the NFT. This, and now right. For me, like the NFT and real art is the same value, because now I understand this is like NFT. This is like the document which the contract which says you are the owner of this piece of digital artwork. Now I have no difference. I feel no difference between like real artwork and digital artwork, and this is thanks to the NFT technology.
Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, it had to be cool thinking that you're taking this art that you had already created for this game, and then be able to realize that, hey, we can make this into a limited edition release, and then divided up into these specific number of pieces of artwork, and people will now own them and be trading them on the secondary market, and you can get a slice of the secondary market sales, and basically being able to monetize all this artwork that you had created and had just been sort of out there in the world, and now people are sort of appreciating it again, and sort of a whole new market of people are learning about it and paying for it. That had to be a crazy realization.
Yeah, it brings new life to this project.
Absolutely, and hopefully was worked out for you good monetarily too as well. I think obviously trying to like you said, create games in the App Store is probably a difficult to compete. Whereas then you can come into this whole new sort of ecosystem, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Awesome, man. Well, again, Petro, thank you so much for joining us. It was really cool to kind of check out your collection and to dig into it a little bit more, and to see what you guys have cooking, and to learn that you guys are going to come up with some more games, hopefully, and we'll get to see them hopefully when the market starts to turn around. Hopefully they'll be in a whole new suite of games from, is it called DogoTogo?
DogoTogo.
DogoTogo. Okay. DogoTogo games. That's kind of a cool there's kind of this underlying like Japanese theme I'm picking up, right? Like the artwork kind of looks a little bit like origami, and you have this sort of cool Japanese sounding music during that little trailer that we watched. And then DogoTogo, it just almost like has this like sort of like, is that all sort of on purpose? Is that because what brings this Japanese culture into your game and artwork?
Yeah, it was brought by the artist. Actually, the name DogoTogo, it came from the ancient Japanese legend about aliens who came to Japan, and they have like some sculptures of the shape of aliens. This sculpture, they call Dogo or something like that. And that's why the name is DogoTogo.
Oh wow, that's so cool, man! I'm glad I got to sneak that last question in there, because I was kind of wondering about that, where the Japanese influence sort of came from, because I could definitely feel it, and I don't know, I love it. I love everything of the Japanese culture, and the artwork and the music, and just sort of everything about it is really cool. So I sort of love that about your project. So yeah, awesome, Petro. It was a pleasure interviewing you. Please stick around. Please come back again when you guys have any cool news to share, or when you guys are finally releasing your game. We would love to have you on. You can tell us all about it, and we'll do our best to help you promote it. And we again thank you for doing your part in helping promote the Our Planet game and ecosystem. And yeah, from our community too. Make sure you stay safe out there. Keep your city beautiful. Keep your head up, and stay safe there in Ukraine.
Thank you for having me, and it was a pleasure to chat.
Thank you.
And see you again sometimes.
We will. Thank you, Petro. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.